Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Liz and this is Simply Homeschool. So today I thought I'd do something a little different. As you can see, I'm in a different part of my house. I figured I'm going to try to film during the daytime. I've just been so tired at night. I just have not been motivated, you guys. Who else out there has not been that motivated? This girl right here. I don't know. I just can't stay up late these days. I feel like going to bed, and it's super important right now just to get some rest, keep your body hydrated and things like that. So today I am filming in my bedroom, and so if the lighting's kind of crazy, I do apologize. You guys are probably used to that though, because as I film really late at night, I have a million different lights in my area to lighten the room up, so you guys are probably used to that. Anyways, so I'm just rambling on. If you are already one of my subscribers, thank you again for clicking on this channel and showing me some support. So today, you guys, I'm going to kind of just walk through different reasons to think about when you are contemplating if you want to homeschool or not. So this is really for, anybody out there that's looking into homeschooling, that's kind of questioning if they think they can do it or if they don't think they can do it. You'd be really surprised on what you can do. There are so many different curriculums out there that give you that option of, if you just want to be parent-led, if you want to be the main teacher. They have online schools, they have videos. That's what we do. We do a Becca. It is a Christian-based curriculum, and they send us DVDs. My daughter watches the DVDs and does her work. Now, I will say that I do parent-led with her as well. She doesn't just sit and strictly do videos. She tends to get a little bored. She enjoys some of it, but sitting there all day long in front of a laptop, like if you're in a real classroom, isn't the direction we completely want to go in. So we're trying to make little adjustments here and there on how we are trying to come up with a homeschooling that works for us as a family. So instead of me rambling on about everything, let's just jump right into the reasons. Okay, so as you know, being in a classroom or at a school, you are influenced by many different people: teachers, principals, classmates. So with homeschooling, you are the main influencer. Anything you want your child to know, you are there to teach them. Anything you want your child to stand clear of and not know about, you're in control of that. So that is one thing that we truly love and appreciate with homeschool, is being a Christian family. There are certain values that you want to teach your children, and there's certain things that you just don't think that is appropriate at specific timing that they have chosen for you and your child, or for your child, not you. Well, I guess you, because you're involved in that. If they came home and wanted to talk to you about something when they're 7 that they shouldn't know about until they're 12 or 13 or 14, it does have to do with you a lot. So I love that myself and my husband are the main influencers. Now, my daughter does go to a co-op. It is actually a Christian-based co-op as well, so that does help our situation. And we're around family and friends and things, but we are still in control of what our children are learning. So that is the number one on my list. Now, these aren't in any particular order of what's most important and what's least important, but that's just one of the things that I love about being a homeschooling mom. Okay, next is quality time. You spend more time with them. Okay, so the next thing on my list is that you get to have quality time with your kids. Now, on a typical day that you would be bringing your child to school, let's say you drop them off by 7:45 and you don't pick them up until after 2, maybe even 3, just depending on what grade your child is in. Now, for me, that's a huge part of the day. Especially morning times are super hectic. At least they used to be for me when I would drop my daughter off to kindergarten. It was super hectic, rush. You get them out of the door, and then they're gone the whole entire day. And then you pick them up around, let's say 3. You get home, they have about an hour worth of homework. They're getting done around 4. You still have to think that they still need showers. You need to get their stuff prepared for the next day of school. You have dinner to cook. It's just, your day is gone. With homeschool, they're with you. They are with you constantly. So that could be a whole other video, but that is tiring in its own. Like, you gotta just take it for what it is. Like, Yes, it's hard being home with them 24/7. Trust me, I know that because it's hard for me. But like for my husband, what he does for me is on the weekends, I usually go out and go shopping and just kind of take some time, usually about 4 hours on my own. And I really need that. As a mom, or a father, you could be a dad and doing this also and having the mom work. But from my experience, like being a mom, you give, and sometimes you need return on that. Just a little time for yourself, just to kind of gather your own thoughts and be yourself for a minute and not just mom or wife, or you guys get what I'm saying. But back to the main topic. It is wonderful. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like, I can't imagine my daughter being gone all day long. Like, I just feel like my bond is better with her while she's home. I feel like my son and her have bonded. Yes, they fight. Oh my goodness, do they fight? Do your guys' kids fight all the time? I'm like, okay, my kids have a gap in age, right? One is 3 and one is 8. That's 5 years. When I had him, I was like, oh, okay, he's a boy, she's a girl. Maybe they won't fight as much. 5 years difference. Let's hope that they don't fight as much. But unfortunately, they do. They fight all the time. So who out there is in the same situation I am? So yes, they're bonded. They have a lot of time together. And yes, they fight. But I would still take over the bonding and the time that she's home and he's home over all of that. Okay, so moving on to the third. Okay, you guys, I'm so sorry. I had to fix the lighting. I put a light over here, but now I have a reflection or a shadow. So I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't bother you guys. So anyways, back to the video. So the next thing I love about homeschool is that you get to choose your own curriculum for your child. And if you have multiple kids, those children do not necessarily have to have the same curriculum. Every kid learns differently. There's certain things, like maybe some kids like hands-on, maybe some kids need visual. I just love that you can customize it. Now, say your first year, you start with a curriculum that you think will be best fitting for your child. And then you come to realize, maybe this isn't the best. You can actually change what you're doing. When you have a child in public or private school, they have to do the curriculum they're given, no matter if they're struggling or not. There's no slowing down. There's no speeding up if they know it already or if they're learning faster. There's no changing the way they're learning. This you get to customize, and I absolutely love that. Love that? I love that. I absolutely love that. So with my daughter, we've been doing a Becca, and I love it. Now, it is a wonderful curriculum. Wonderful. It's very solid. She's learning a lot. I really, truly do love it. Now, there are some things that I am going to be making adjustments to, just so that it better fits her, so that she's still enjoying it, so that I feel like she's excelling and learning things that she really wants to learn, because I feel like when kids are doing things that they enjoy, they tend to absorb more about it. So there are some adjustments that I'm going to be making, so I'll have to do a video whenever we get to that. So that is the other thing that I love about homeschooling. The next thing that I think is wonderful about homeschooling is it's super flexible. Say you have doctor's appointments that you have to make. You don't have to worry about school. You put it on hold, you go to your doctor's appointment. They could even bring a book to read that they're reading for reading class, or they could bring a sheet of paper that they need to be doing. Anything like that. So also cool because if you're going on vacation, you don't have to worry about makeup or anything like that. Say your husband or yourself work like remotely, or you guys travel, or whatever the case may be. It is so flexible. You can design your school to fit around your lifestyle. And I love that as well. So the other wonderful thing about homeschooling is you will know exactly where your child is at with learning. Say they're struggling in multiplication. You'll be able to slow that down and work with them. Now, if they were in public school, you may not know that until a month in, until the teacher starts to either email you or send you some homework to look at or schoolwork that they've been messing up on. You know, this, you literally know it that day or that week, depending on when you do corrections and things like that. But you'll know what they need help in before it's too late. And another great thing that coincides with that is when they are struggling in something, you can slow down. Work on that an extra week until they completely understand it. You know, you can maybe do that a little, say it's math, like the multiplication that I was saying. Say that they needed a little bit more hands-on with it. So instead of doing 30 minutes of math that day, do an hour and then just skip on reading or writing or something that they're doing really well in. I love that about homeschooling, is you know where your child's at and you know when they need help. Okay, so the last thing that I truly just love about homeschooling, this probably is my favorite, is that you get to do life together. This will bond you guys for life in many, many, many different ways. And this isn't about just teaching your child like school does. This is a lifestyle. I swear homeschooling is a lifestyle. It is the way of life that just kind of becomes, I don't want to say your world, because there's more than just homeschool, but it truly shapes your family dynamic, for us at least. I love it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and act like there's no hard days, because there are some hard days, and it's hard for your children to differentiate you being the mom and you being the teacher. Sometimes that balance is kind of hard to get balanced. So that is one thing that I would say has been quite a challenge for us. But other than that, like I truly do love it, and our moments will forever be remembered and cherished. And you know, she'll remember us sitting together doing a science project, or us in the backyard finding stuff to look under her microscope, or setting up her telescope to do astronomy studies. You know, yes, you can do that when they are in school, but this just, you can form the certain curriculum around what you're doing at home as well. So I just love that. I thought that I'd make this video to maybe reach some of you out there that are undecided on if you want to do homeschooling or not, and those are just some of the many reasons homeschooling is awesome. So yeah, that's it, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it kind of opened your eyes to things that maybe you hadn't thought about. If you are a homeschooling mom and you watched this whole video, comment down below and tell me what your favorite thing about homeschooling is. What would be something you told a mom that was thinking about homeschooling? What would you tell them to get them to understand why homeschooling is wonderful and great and crazy? All right, you guys, thanks for checking out this video. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe and the like and the notification bell, because that will help me tremendously. And I hope you guys are all being safe out there, and be blessed always.